you got Craig, you got Mac, you got Izzy. All right, Izzy, you exposed as being a scammer. Mac, you actually sent to prison. So what's your end game with Craig? I know Aldo's asked you this before. I'm just asking you. What's the end game?
When
Like when will you consider the mission accomplished?
Yeah, when he stops continuing to threaten people as a form of like silence, right? Like cuz that's what he does is he had been doxing and threatening Courtney for months before she decided before she chose to use her own words to speak. Um he's continued to find women on the app that he's spoken with wildly inappropriately and then used that information to make threats towards them. The constant bullshit that he does under this guise that he is this protector, it is the same thing. And I just poke holes in everything that he does. He's not a protector, just like how with your family, he brought them up and decided that he was, like that's what he's so passionate about. And he swore to God up and down on his children that he is going to see you in person. And if it's in their name, that he is going to go to jail for them, behind you and all this stuff. And
You
then the
talking
next
about
thing you
me?
know,
You talking about
yeah,
me?
yeah.
He said
He
what?
he said that he was going to see you and in their name, your accuser, on behalf of your accuser, that he was going to do the right thing by them. And then all of a sudden he turns around and he's like, all right, maybe it wasn't that bad. And, and he's like, it's just hearsay. It's just hearsay. They don't stand on any convictions while they continue to have people confide things in them, no matter
Okay,
what
well, let's
situation.
just say, just for the sake of this conversation, that my story with Craig is my story, and I don't need an advocate. So
No,
you don't have to
no, no,
mention.
no. I apologize. I was only using that as an example.
Yeah, well, my point is, from what I've seen, and from what a lot of people see, if they go back and look, a lot of people don't follow the whole story. A lot of people don't watch every video that you put out. But from the beginning, I was there. I was friends with Austin. I was friends with Craig. I saw what was going on. I never saw Austin, or not Austin. I never saw Craig threatening anybody. Craig was blindsided by Austin, like kicking him out of the Discord and blocking him that day. Up until that point, nothing had that I had seen. I hadn't seen. I talked to Craig and I talked to Austin regularly back then, and I hadn't seen anything that would lead me to believe that he was threatening anybody. Craig was blindsided by all this, and everything that, and I'm not advocating for him, but I'm just saying it looks to me like everything that Craig did since then has been a reaction to what's being said about him and how he's being attacked.
No, not in the least. Not in the
Hey,
least.
real quick, Chrissy, can I bring you down for just a little bit, and I'll bring you back up in a bit. Brittany Cheyenne just messaged me that she needs to come back in with
Absolutely.
something.
Absolutely.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Go ahead.
So yeah, not in the least. What Craig was doing was
Well, hold on.
Sure.
I wanna clarify something. I said that's my opinion. That's what it looks like to me. So you can't say no, not in
Oh,
the least. You can say, well, that's not your opinion, but you can't say that what I'm saying is not true. I mean, you can't confirm or deny my opinion. That's my opinion. That's what I saw.
sure, that's your opinion, but it's factually incorrect.
All right, you can go on.
Yeah, so I can understand how that would be your perception. I think it's unreasonable for everybody to see everything that happens on TikTok, that everybody does. That's more than unreasonable, or even participate in the majority of the lives that happen. He was not only was he kind of like starting these fights or like jumping into these fights with these people with both feet, but then
Hold
he
on, let me
would,
interrupt you. Let me interrupt you real quick and respond to Prison Wife. Prison Wife, the first time I met you, it was in a live. I don't know what your story is with Craig, but I know what you told me. You told me that you reached out to Craig for help with your ex, and Craig chose not to help you. He actually sided with your
I
ex.
never
That's
said
No, that
that.
Craig
Oh,
Craig
yes, you
said
said
did.
that.
that.
Oh, yes, you did. That's exactly what you told me. In fact, I
No,
threw
I
this story.
didn't. Craig said that.
I remember the live. I remember everything. Your jaw had just gotten done being wired shut. You could barely speak. You were speaking like this the whole time. You told me you reached out to Craig for help with your ex. He chose to help your ex instead of him. So don't act like you've got some story other than that to be pissed off at Craig.
Who's that?
Actually,
Who's
Then
that,
that's
what's my
Dodge?
story then, Dodge?
hold on.
Because you never have.
1,000%
That's a
incorrect.
conversation you and I had, Prison Wife Survivor.
No,
That's
Craig
a
said that.
Post
conversation
it
we
then,
had.
Dodge.
Bear was there. We all, I mean, both of us, we heard the conversation. I told you, I
Post
said, you
it.
know, it's funny. Craig just told me I should stay away from you on the phone. In a conversation, he told me
What
that.
is that?
You told that story
Oh,
in the
yeah,
live. You
because
don't remember
he
that?
told
Hold
you
on,
that.
hold on.
Because
Hold on,
he
Tracy. You
told
don't remember
exactly.
that live. Do y'all remember that live? We all had a word
Because
of
he
prayer for
told you
Craig in
that.
the live. You don't remember that.
Because
You
he
came in
told
my
you
live.
that. He told you that
No,
story,
you
not
told me
me.
that. You told me that story, Tracy. You did.
Okay. I can tell you that Craig has said this in a live because me and Tracy have laughed about it months ago because it's so out of control, unreasonable that would ever happen. I've known Tracy for years. So out of control.
Craig
Like,
didn't tell me that. Prison Wife Survivor told me that, and she's telling a bald-faced lie when she says she didn't.
Then Craig would
And
be
that's
the
your
first.
response?
Hold on, Tracy,
That's
hold
your,
on. Then
that's
That's
Craig
not
your
an
would,
opinion. That's
response
a
to me
fact.
Craig
saying
would
that
be
That's
you're
a
the
fact.
first guy in history that Tracy ever went to for help with her abuser. The first person, and so congratulations, Tracy. If this is true, you picked the dumbest dude on the internet. This is so
Apparently.
ridiculous. So ridiculous.
Because Dodge could help me of all
That's
people.
not a story. That's not a story.
Or no,
Craig
sorry,
told me.
Craig.
Tracy.
Craig
That's a
could
story.
help me of
That's a
all
story
people.
you told me.
unless
Oh, I'm
he
Does
was
anybody
No
have a
lie.
That's
copy
your,
of that live
so
to settle
that's
this
your
argument?
response to me saying you're funny in the comments? That's wild.
That's my response to you
That's
in
wild,
particular. I don't think you
Dodge.
got a dog in this hunt. I think you just jumped
Well,
on a
that's your
bandwagon.
opinion. That's your
No,
opinion,
no.
Dodge.
The
But
story
again,
you
that's not
told me,
factually
the story you
correct.
told me is a fact. That's a fact. I ain't lying about that shit. I know exactly what you told me. You came in the
Oh, and
live.
when did
No,
I tell
listen,
you
you
this?
came
When
in the
did I tell
live
you
tonight.
this
We're
in the
sitting on the
live?
porch. We're talking to Craig, or Craig came in the live. We were joking with Craig. We said,
Exactly.
do we
You
need to have
keep
a word of
ratting
prayer?
on
Do we
yourself
need to
right
have a word
now.
of prayer?
Craig
That's what we
told
did. We
you
were
that.
fucking with Craig,
Craig
talking about praying.
told you
We
that.
actually had a word of
You
prayer. You
keep
came in the
slipping
live
up,
after that
Dodge.
and told that
You
sob ass
keep
story.
slipping up and telling on
I
yourself.
gave you a platform to tell that whole fucking story, and you told it in my live.
unless she was repeating what Craig had said on a prior live, because I can even pull the dates that I sent the screen
No,
recording
I
of him
never
saying that
said
to.
that.
He was
No,
talking to
that live
Brian
can't be found
Carlson.
because I've been banned multiple times since then, probably. I don't have that recording, but that's what was said.
I
Unless
have the
she was
recording of your live.
repeating.
You
Unless
have
she
the
I
was.
have the
recording?
recording of your live.
Well, share it. Play it.
I guess I'll have to now.
It's not hard
But
to find.
anyways, can we move on from Dodge being butthurt of me saying
Yeah.
that he's funny in the comments, because I think he is so funny for the shit that he is doing right now. I think it's hilarious.
Prison Wife, you've
Keep
been
going.
butthurt ever since Craig wouldn't help your ass. Bottom line, how did Craig, tell me something, how did Craig get the videos?
Oh,
How
I
did Craig get the
know.
videos?
I know. I've just been devastated.
Yeah,
This
you
will be
have.
an argument
What
that
could
you
You've been a
Craig
guys
whiny little
possibly
bitch
help
all
me
this
with?
time.
this will
What
be an
could
argument that
Craig
you guys can
possibly help me
settle by
with?
posting the clip if you have it. That way, you guys
I just
can
want to
get
let
to
you
the
guys know
bottom
that
of
on my
it.
main page after this live, I'm going to pin why they interrupt. I'm going to pin that. It's from like 3 years ago, but it'll explain a lot of what's happening in this
Why
live.
we interrupt? Everybody knows I don't interrupt.
Brittany
But you
has
just have.
Brittany Cheyenne wanted to say something, guys.
Everybody knows that. I'll sit there and let you
Again,
speak all day long. But
this,
listen,
you're
since
so
Brittany's been in
funny.
here, she has
You're
talked and
so
talked and talked, and
funny,
I've had to
Dodge.
interrupt her twice to tell her I don't give a fuck about what you did to Mac. I just wanted
I
to know
just
that
think
you
you're
did.
funny. I just think you're funny. I think this is hilarious.
I don't understand why you're so
I
upset.
think you're a joke, Tracy. I think a lot of people on this app think you're a joke.
But why are you so upset about it, though?
I'm not upset.
You seem
I
upset.
think you are.
You know what? I'm going to pin a video.
You
I'm going to
imme-
pin a video after I get out of this live and explain why people like you like to say people like me are upset when I make sense. I'm sorry if I get a little loud about it, but that's all I'm doing.
I've heard a lot of people make sense before, and they're not so emotional about it.
Well,
Yeah,
this is
I said
me.
you were
This is
funny.
Montgomery Dodge.
You just seem.
I said you were
emotionally
funny,
charged.
by the way.
You seem very emotionally charged over somebody you don't give a shit about. It just seems weird.
You're a joke, Tracy. That's what you are.
Well, you're funny.
And you're a
You
liar.
are
Now. You're a bald-faced
hilarious.
liar now. You basically just told a bald-faced lie on me. That's something you can never deny. I know what I heard. We know what we heard. There were some people in my friends and family that were in that live. We joked about it for days afterwards because of the whole prayer thing with Craig. But after that, I gave you a platform and you came in there with your jaw sealed shut and said, it's going to be hard for me to talk because my mouth is fucked up. And you told that fucking story.
If
It
it
took
was
fucking
Hey,
forever,
I
but you
have an
told that
idea.
story.
Well, since she went to Craig, and that's the claim, right? Craig has also made this claim. Why has Craig never posted? He has his main. Why was Craig never posted any receipts about that in any way, shape, or form?
Sounds
Yeah.
suspicious.
I don't watch all of Craig's content, but I know what I heard.
You know what you heard, but you didn't see any evidence to support those.
I heard it word of mouth from Tracy.
Well,
From
we heard.
Tracy.
I understand that, but we heard word of mouth from Courtney, and you said that that's not good enough because you don't have any evidence.
I think y'all did exactly what I said y'all did tonight. Y'all bullied Courtney into being a victim like y'all tried to bully Allie into being a victim.
No, we didn't.
Did you?
Well,
No,
you
no,
know,
no,
it
no,
makes
no,
sense.
yeah, that's
Dodge
exactly
is
was
what you
asking
did.
funny,
questions.
funny world. It's a
Yeah,
funny
okay.
world.
Hold
You know
on,
what?
guys.
You know what?
She was
You know what, guys? I have a
asking
lot of
questions.
people. I have like a list of 40 victims. I have
She
a list
was
of 40, like
asking
40 people.
questions,
Hold on,
and
Jeannie. I
we
have a list of like
answered.
40 people that claim to be my victim because they came at me and I put them in their place. And if that makes her a victim, then she's a victim. I don't
I
know.
tell
what
you
to
what,
tell
I
you.
tell you what, Sam, do a
What?
video after this live and explain why you interrupted 3 people talking now and basically wouldn't shut the fuck up until you were the only one left speaking. That's
know,
why
I-
people interrupt.
Right,
That's why
that's
people
why
interrupt in
I
live.
said I was
That's
going to
why I'm
post
still
the
speaking
video.
right now because I want to have the last word and I just had it. You understand how
I
that
said
works?
I said I'm gonna post the video. I'm gonna pin it so y'all understand why I interrupt. What makes you think I was talking about you?
I'm talking about anybody interrupting.
Because
Okay.
it's Dodge. Because he's funny.
Can you keep giving everybody in this
You're
in
the
this
only
live
joke in here,
jobs?
Tracy.
Can you keep giving everybody in this live jobs except for you? I think.
I didn't understand what you said. Repeat it.
Yes, can you please continue to give everybody except for yourself a job?
A job?
Yes, like you just gave her a job. You told her what to do when she gets off the live, and then you told Tracy what to do.
No, she said what she was going to do when she got out of the live.
No, you said then post
No,
it. You
she
about
said as soon as I get out of this live, I'm going to post a video and explain why they interrupt.
No, I didn't.
No,
Buddy.
I
All
said-
was
no, I said
had
that.
the live.
Okay.
And I said I was gonna pin my video from a few years ago to the top of my page of why.
And explain why they interrupt. We can go
Yes.
back and recap
Why
later.
are you taking that personally? Are you a they?
We'll go back and recap later.
Right? Did I say
I
your
like
name?
recaps. I love recaps.
Did I
Okay.
say your name? I said I'll explain why they interrupt.
Yeah. And
Why
then
they
you had also
interrupt.
told Tracy to post that live after you had accused her. You accused her of doing something without any evidence to support it, and of
I
which it is
accused who?
unreasonable
Who
to.
did I
It's
accuse?
you accused Tracy.
When?
Oh
What do you
my
mean?
gosh.
When are we in
Doing the
different
same
lives now?
twice.
Have I ever
Why
accused
have I-
Tracy of anything?
Funny. This
Yes.
shit's funny.
Look,
Dodge,
here,
Have I ever?
Can you
I'm
please
loving
turn,
it.
When have
Dodge-
I ever accused Tracy of anything until
Can you do me a
tonight?
favor, Dodge, and turn your gifts off because you are not a capitalist.
I wouldn't know. I don't know. I wouldn't know how to turn my gifts off.
You don't know
Tell
how
me
to
something, Brittany. You just stated that I attacked Tracy. When?
I didn't say attack. You just used the word attack.
Okay, what word did you use?
I said accused.
Okay, what did I accuse her of and when?
Now you just accused
right now.
her.
Right now, yes. Right now, I'm accusing Tracy of being a joke and a liar.
Oh, okay. You're getting you.
Because
You sound like something else is bothering you.
It does seem like something else is bothering
Yeah,
you.
this is
He's mad that he's not getting an emotional charge out of me, and that I think it's funny that I'm not taking him serious. I think that's the problem.
Everybody's just
Tracy, it doesn't matter whether you're emotional or not. You sound the fucking same every fucking time. You sound the exact same. I don't know if it's got something to do with the jaw surgery or what, but you sound like this all the fucking time.
I think it's much easier for if this is a more of a comfort level than it is to continue
What
to
was
go
it?
after.
Hey, let me ask you a question, or let me ask y'all a
I
question.
wasn't
Who
finished
was it?
speaking. It's you're more comfortable in this
Yeah,
setting
calm
than to
down there,
go
Dodge.
after Booze, to continue to go after Booze or Craig or Austin or anybody like
I'm not gonna
that.
stop. I'm not
It's
gonna
more
stop going
comfortable.
after Booze. But let me ask y'all a
I
question.
mean, are you really though?
Let me ask y'all a question.
a lot
Who
of
was
questions.
it in the live earlier when I was in the live chatting that said I was just upset because my viewer count was down or something? Y'all mentioned that in the live earlier. Who was it? We can go back and
I've said
recap.
it several times. Yeah, we've all
Sam, you
said
said
it.
okay. All of you said it. All right.
But I've said it.
So
I
I leave
may
your
have said it more.
live and I go do a live, and like in less than 30 minutes, there's 400 people in that live. I
Because
said what? No, let me finish. I said what I have to say.
okay,
Craig said what he had to say. Austin said what he had to say.
boom, there it
Allie
is.
said
That's
what she
why.
had to say. And as soon as that
Boom,
was over, I turned it off. There were 400
boom.
people in that live. I turned it off.
That's
You really
why.
think I give a
That's why.
fuck about this?
I was watching your live yesterday. You had 10 people in it when you're by yourself, Booze. Dodge, you're not influential. Nobody cares about what you have to say. People
No,
only care about who comes in
Sam.
your box. I wasn't
Nobody
done.
gives
I
a
wasn't done.
fuck
I let you
about what
speak.
you have to say.
I
That's
let
bottom
you
line.
have to. I let you
That's
speak.
bottom line.
I
You're
sat
trying
there.
to
I sat there and
bully
scrolled
Allie
past
into
your
being a
live.
victim.
I scrolled past
Y'all
your
are
live for
trying to
3 hours.
bully
You never had
Allie
more
into
than
being
10
a
people
fucking
in there.
victim. That's what you're
I
doing.
can play this game. You never had more than 10
I
people in
can
there.
play this
People
game all
don't
night.
care
That's
what
what
you
you're
have to
doing. You're a
say,
bunch of
and it
fucking
makes you
bullies trying to
emotional.
bully
And you
Allie
like to get other
Foreman
people's
into
lives,
being a
and you like to
victim.
talk over them, and you like to act
You
like you
just,
know what
yeah,
you're
you
talking
want to
about,
keep
and you like to
talking
act like
over
you're more
each other, and whoever gets
more
the last
intelligent,
word
and you're
wins. That's
just
how y'all
not.
win lives,
You're
right?
just
I
not
can
that
do this
intelligent.
all night,
It's okay.
and
Give it up.
nobody will
You're just
understand
not that smart of a guy. You're just not that smart, and it's okay. It is okay for you to sit down and say,
Everybody
you know what,
stop.
I'm an idiot. It is
Everybody
okay
stop.
for you to do that.
Everybody stop, please. This is going into a circle nowhere.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna mute now. I said what I needed to say though.
Refocus for a minute.
Mhm.
Brittany asked to come in because she wanted to say something. Clearly,
Okay.
this is not going to be settled right here, like with everybody yelling over each other. It goes nowhere.
I'm gonna mute.
Well, you're fucked now because Booze heard you talking shit about me.
Oh, God.
Booze came running right in.
Okay, well,
Like a bat
I
signal.
have to go to bed because I'm tired,
Like a
and
bat signal.
I'm gonna
He's
be in
gonna
the
get his
comments. But
life back.
I hope everybody
Brittany,
has
what
a
were you
good.
going to say, Brittany Cheyenne?
We love you guys. I hope you all have a good night, and Dodge. I hope you have a good night, and I hope whatever is aching your hurting heart. I hope it heals. Okay, that's it. Good night.
Good night,
Good
Sam. Love
night.
you.
Thanks for coming in.
Dodge, you're still on mute.
Thank God.
So I wanted to say that I was sent the
I
videos
wanna-
that.
Okay,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Did
Go
you
ahead.
just?
No,
Did somebody just mute me?
No, I was trying to unmute you. I don't know who muted you, but
Who
so
muted
yes,
me? I'd like to know who muted me. You got a moderator in here. Who muted me?
I've got many. I don't
Well,
know.
I'd like to know which one just muted me.
Like I said, I
One
don't
was
know.
it, Tracy?
Brittany, what were you going to say, Brittany Cheyenne?
I was just gonna say I got sent the little videos that Augie had made. Nowhere did I try to paint myself to be a victim. Okay, I want to make that very clear. I
Yes, you
don't.
did. You've been doing it all night.
No, she did
I
not.
watched a little bit of live afterwards. After mine and Allie's and Craig's and Austin's live, I watched the live afterward. Yeah, you were definitely playing the victim. It almost looked like you're the new victim, Brittany.
I
That's what it
actually
looked
said I said on multiple occasions I am not a victim. But
Oh my
that's
God! You think because you say you're not a victim that you're not trying to be a victim?
I'm
Shut
not.
She
You're
didn't
over
say
here
she was
beaking
not.
off to these women like you're some tough guy. Shut up. Let her
Oh
speak.
my God! Oh my God!
Yeah,
There's
you're
male
God. It's all of our
testosterone in the room.
gods.
That's gonna shut me down. I'm sorry. I don't work that way, dude. I don't.
Hey, go trim your beard.
That's the best you've got. Go trim your beard. Wow. Good job, dude.
You moron.
Every last woman, and probably including Tracy, is smarter than you. You came in here with go trim your beard. Good job. Great job, dude.
6 months crying about
A buttered sausage just told me to go trim my beard. That's what you got to come at me with.
With your 400
Really?
people in
Go
your
sit
life.
your
One
ass
life
down
is got
somewhere, dude.
400 people. The capitalist over there.
Wow.
Fucking idiot.
Go trim my beard. Wow.
Yeah, go trim your
Good job,
fucking
dude.
beard. You're worrying about yourself. That's what it is. Your image. You think you're some fucking reverend on here. But you're a nobody. You're a nothing. You understand? Talking to these women like this, like you're some tough guy. You cuck.
What's wrong, dude? That's the best you've got to come at me with. You came
No,
in here.
no, I had
Go
to
trim
let
your
it, I had
beard.
to let it all out.
Tell me
I had to
something.
let it
Tell me
all out.
something, ladies. How many of
Mr.
y'all
Poke
feel
in the
like y'all
Bear,
just got
Mr. Poke in the
defended
Bear.
by
Why don't
this
you go
guy
sing us
telling
a
me to go trim my
song?
beard?
Sing us a song.
Oh,
Hey,
I was
I
waiting
honestly
for
after
you.
can't
Austin's,
hear.
you
I
want
can't
Tracy.
to
hear
allow me
a
sing.
word that
Tracy,
anyone
you
is
like that
saying.
mute button, don't you? Don't you?
Listen, guys. Brittany
You're a
was
coward,
talking.
Tracy. You're a
Brittany was
coward.
talking. So stop.
I love muting you.
It doesn't surprise me, Tracy. I knew it was you all along. You've done it before. In fact, people have told you not to do it in the past, so I know exactly who's doing it.
Go ahead, Brittany.
Sorry, I was trying to be respectful. I have no intentions on being anything but respectful. But anyway, so yeah, I was not trying to paint myself out to be a victim at all. I said what I did. If their opinion is that I was trying to make myself to look like one, then that is their opinion. That is all good. That is your opinion. You can have that. Augie, I'm going to let you know because I'm sure someone is going to send you this and you're going to see it. Those text messages that you showed between Austin and I that I had sent you, you don't know that that we were talking on the side and things were redacted before they were sent to you so you wouldn't get jealous and find out about what had happened. So you're not even posting everything correctly. I still have all of
You're
the
saying
screenshots.
I would get jealous?
No, not you. No,
No.
Dodge. I'm not
Okay.
talking about you at all.
Okay, but the text message that you're talking about are the same text messages where you replied to Austin. His very first message, you said, Augie shouldn't have done the shit she did. You basically made it all about Augie. Those text messages, you sent me those text messages. Every reply, every other reply was Augie shouldn't have done this shit. It wasn't
Those aren't the
Austin,
messages I'm talking
you shouldn't
about.
have done this shit. It wasn't Austin, I'm trying to help Allie. It's Augie pissed me off.
Those are not the
Other
messages
side
I'm
bitch
talking
pissed
about.
me off.
Gosh, she's
That's
talking about
basically
a
what it
different.
was.
Those aren't the messages I'm speaking about. I'm speaking about the ones that she posted that I had sent her, where she's trying to make herself out to be a victim. Yet again,
Who's trying to make themselves out to be a victim?
Augie is.
Augie. Oh, it's about Augie. It's still about Augie. Okay, all right.
If she's
the
posting,
side chick.
if she's allowed to, if she can block me and post her little videos about me and people send them to me, that I'm allowed to speak on her lies. So
You're allowed to speak on her. You're basically confirming the fact that this wasn't about Allie. This wasn't about Austin. It was about Augie. Augie pissed you off. The other side chick pissed you off. She told you need to go get checked or go get tested for something, and it pissed you off.
she didn't even have the balls to say it to me. She said it in a live after they blocked me from it.
Yeah,
Well,
regardless
that's
of the
where I would say
reason,
it too.
regardless of the reason that she spoke up, absolutely, she still has every right to speak up and say something. Enough is enough, and she's been actually talking to me behind the scenes, kind of just venting and trying to figure out what she wanted to do and how to be, go about it without it being such a fucking shit show. But
No, the reason does matter because if she did it
but
because
if
she's
Augie's
trying
gonna-
to help Allie, if she did it because she's trying to come at Austin, that's one thing. But if she's doing it because she's pissed off at Augie, which we all know she is, then it's a totally different situation. And yes,
Josh,
she's
can
trying
I
to
ask
make
you a
herself out to
question?
be the next
When
victim.
you go after somebody or you call somebody out, is the reason not because you're mad at them, because they pissed you off in some way? Yes.
No, not
But
always.
how does that make any different? Make it any different?
I was going to do it regardless.
You're
She
saying
knows
that
this.
every time I go after somebody, I'm pissed off at them.
No, I
You've
didn't say
got a
every
different
time. I said
definition of
when
going
you
after
go after
somebody.
somebody, aren't you? Isn't that the reason though? They piss you off, and so then
Hey,
because if they
Tracy, tell
don't
me
piss
something.
you
Why are
off,
you booting people out of the live?
The only person I booted was the fake Moan Rivers AFF, and that's the one with Brittany's daughter's picture. So yeah,
All right, you can carry on,
you
Brittany.
want to advocate for that piece of shit?
Oh my gosh. Carry on. Dodge has spoken.
I just
Yeah,
want it to be
right.
known that you're
Like
booting people
what?
out of the live.
Well,
Okay, so how about you let Brittany Cheyenne speak?
I'm letting her speak.
Well, you keep talking.
So I was going to say something regardless. I just didn't know when I wanted to do it, and this is I can't provide a receipt for this because this is a conversation I had on the phone with Janine about this. I had said a couple of days ago, I am going to say something. I am going to make this right because it was not fair the way that other people were treated because of something that I did. Okay? So that's first and foremost. Did she continuously poke at me? And then I went, all right, cool. We can do this now. Did I give her warning before I did that? Yes, I also did. So that it is what it is. The truth is still the truth. But like I was saying, Augie, you can post those messages. That's fine. But they're chopped up messages. And I still have the originals. I took screenshots of them before I deleted certain things to send to you because Austin didn't want you to know about it. So there's that. Number two, there's absolutely nothing that you have that I want. You haven't achieved a single thing in life. I don't want anything. I don't want to be like you in any way, shape, or form.
Who are you talking about?
Augie.
Still speaking on the video that Augie posted about me. So I'm just going through the bullet points here.
It's just all about Augie.
Josh, come on.
Dodge, I've
That's
been
what I
very
see.
respectful to you.
That's what I see. It's all about Augie.
If she is going to speak about me, I'm going to speak back, especially when she has me blocked. If she's going to post videos after she has blocked me and lie, then I have the right to respond. That's how this app works. But anyway, also saying that I'm an active addiction, again, not true at all. Absolutely not true. I do take my medications, as prescribed. Thank you very much. We can talk about that. I'm in a contract. I've stated this on multiple occasions. I am under contract because I take controlled substances for my mental health. I am subjected to random rug tests, medication counts, and that includes alcohol. Like that includes blood tests. They can give me a breathalyzer at random at any time. I have never once failed any of those. Never. Your boyfriend told me that you were currently inactive, like you were in active addiction. That is not my fault that he told on you. Sorry about that. Also, I will say this as well. I saw your little text message about coming and making a visit to my husband. I'm going to tell you that you were not.
Okay, all right. We're
You're not
gonna
welcome.
listen, Bear. Leave the live. We're gonna go do a live viewing of this live. We'll be back on my account.
Don't leave, though. Don't leave. Don't just leave.
Don't leave now.
Oh man.
He's
Called
running
out.
away from
You
blues.
get called out and you run
Why'd he leave, y'all?
because he just got called out.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Again,
fuck.
you said you said that you were going to come and pay my husband a visit. Okay, let's make something extremely clear.
I just thought about the audio from Jeffrey. Was that Myers? What happened?
So
No,
Brittany
Was that
Brittany
Booze?
Cheyenne, just so I'm clear, who was going to pay a visit to your husband?
Augie said she was going to come and visit my husband. JD, you're sitting right here. Do you ever want Augie anywhere in your vicinity at all? Exactly. Did anyone hear that? I don't want her in Charlotte. So let's make that clear. He doesn't want anything to do with you, and you're not welcome at my home. If you show up, I will do everything that I am allowed to do within the state of North Carolina, because I'm making it public. I'm making it known now. You are not welcome at my home. Okay? Cool. Glad we got that down. Now, I can take all of the text messages. I can take the messages that are not chopped up and deleted before, and things that weren't deleted before they were sent to you, and I can show those, because that's the real truth. Okay? You don't have to, you're not obligated to tell your side of it. You don't have to. But everyone knows what you did. You still lack accountability. You lack credibility. And for the people in the comments and all over that are saying that what I'm saying is not true, someone said that I sent Allie what I sent her to humiliate her. No, she directly asked me for it. I can prove that as well. She asked me for it. So no, I didn't send her anything to humiliate her. She asked for that. And I'm not lying about, they know, those two know that I'm not lying. That's fine. They can work on that within themselves. There's other things that people, say what you want, think what you want. I don't care. Craig, you say that you want people to find my husband and find his friends and find his family and do all of this to tell him and send, so he can see every video I've ever posted. That's great. That's great. Don't make veiled threats on the internet. It's not intelligent. Don't do that. I'm just saying it's not a smart move. And again, I am being told and seeing that you guys are passing photos around of me that you don't have permission to do with. So you
Were
should
they showing
tell.
pictures on the live over there?
I don't know. I just saw in comments where people were saying that they were passing photos around of me, that's illegal. We've been through this rodeo before, buddy. I was very nice to you about it the first time. Very nice. To try to spin things around and act as if I took advantage of Austin is absolutely wild. That is wild. He did what he did. I did what I did. I didn't take advantage of that man the same way that Shell didn't take advantage of him. Augie, you know what? Whatever. He still did what he did. He knew full well what he
Actually,
was doing every time he did it.
what did Austin say about the reason he was? Do you remember what you shared with me and Janine about his reasoning behind why he continued that with Augie?
I know because he said his wife was not,
No, not the wife part.
not that. Jesus, I'm trying to. I'm trying to. I'm trying to rack my brain. My brain just went blank. No, I don't believe I do.
You told us that he shared with you it was because of it was for control.
Oh, he often bragged about the control that he had over her and
Yeah.
how he could make her do anything and make her shut up at any time, and he enjoyed that.
That it was leverage to
Yeah. And so, yes, absolutely. He said he had power. That's why I said earlier, if he told her to bark, she would do it because she would, and because he had that control over her, and he enjoyed every second of having that control over her. Again, I'm not trying to play victim. She is. That's fine. Let her do that. She can do what she wants. But saying that you're going to come and pay my husband a visit in real life, babes, no. He would spray you with some kind of roach spray before you ever had a chance to get that close to him. And also, we can, if people want to go and start digging and do whatever they want to do to find, my family and his family and all that and